Hello and welcome to Rauta's Classic Review Time. This time's band is from Norway, and it's probably one of the less known black metal acts from Norway, given that this was a short-lived project, even if it featured some members who had some other bands and projects going on. This one is called Vokter, with the only album called Folkloric Necro Metal, the only album by the band. And this came out in 1996 through Norwegian League Productions, which is very much said here. I'll remove this, my personal copy, taken from my own collection obviously, from the jewel case, so you get to see those pieces of paper called inlays and booklets without too much glossy reflections. Norwegian League Productions was this one label, which also released Iljarn stuff, obviously being an Iljarn label more or less. And curious enough, back in the days, this was distributed by SPV and, well, Napalm Records, usually, or well, later on known for rather bigger bands, you know, SPV known for example, Saddam and Napalm obviously doing stuff with Satyricon and the like. Anyway, back in the days, 1996, things were a little bit different, I guess. But it has made, here it is, Vokter Folkloric Necro Metal. And this one is a curious one for many reasons. First of all, there has been lots of rumors what the true lineup actually is. More or less one guy or two guys doing the music. There is no lyrics whatsoever, and some titles are, well, in Norway, I mean, there's like songs like kilden, tjernet, or lysende, øyne. To be honest, I wouldn't have without dictionary or any kind of translation to, no idea whatsoever what the song means. I know, however, there's one song which is, it has been my go-to track whenever I need to present source Vokter for somebody. This is Hatefulle in natten, hateful thoughts in the night. Well, close enough anyway, it's not exactly that. So Vokter was founded more or less in 1994, or at least that's what it has been told. And you get here is the basic information. I mean, you have these member list, you had other projects, mostly Rauta obviously for his, well, Rauta band project, solo project nevertheless. And only one album that came out in 1996. But curiously enough, even though this is very raw, kind of a primitive, kind of a crazy black metal, it has gotten quite a lot of praise from metal archives people and other people. Folkloric Necro Metal is very close to what Iljarn was essentially doing. I mean, there's a lot of synthesizer which probably separates this from Iljarn. I mean, for the most part, but other than that, it's made of raw black metal riffs. It's very primitive, it's crazy, it's kind of a insane feeling. It's very dark, even though it's also a little bit groovy. I would say groovy in the quotation marks because it's kind of a horrible album. I mean, horrible in the sense that it's gonna, you know, bring forward of these nightmares, futures, in a way. It's kind of dark and coming from beyond this world. It's very interesting release when it comes to riffs and the overall atmosphere. Now, the weirdest and the kind of a goofiest side on this album is the drum machine, because these programmed drums don't sound nowhere near what you have used, you know, proper drums. But that's also part of the fascination here, because it kind of reminds almost like mystical level of industrialism. Not quite, it's not that good and not that industrial, but there's something very magical about the drums. I mean, most bands doing the same, I would just say it's horrible, because, you know, most people can't really handle the drums done when, you know, when they're done in a programmed way, you know, using drum machine, of course. But somehow, Vokter is able to turn even that, you know, and the side of being somewhat positive or, you know, benefit of the music. It's one of those layers which actually create this rather mystical feeling with the album. Now, mostly it's obviously about these raw riffs, and even more so, I guess, with the synthesizer. This is nowhere near the kind of a symphonic black metal, in case you're wondering, what is this synth-filled black metal all about? Is it about beautiful melodies or something very majestic or epic? No, it's quite the opposite. It's even the kind of antithesis of what, say, bands like Timo Borger are doing with their majestic orchestrations, synths, and whatever. Also, these very crazy vocals, which are kind of bestial in nature. I mean, they're great. I mean, they're very, very inhumane, and that's why I like this so much. It's like a raw black metal taken from Ilion is then gone through these synthesizers and different set of drum machine, and it's creating something very, very unique. I mean, personally, I haven't ever encountered another album which is even close to this special feeling that this album has. Now, it's kind of a given, because of its raw and primitive nature, because of its kind of like crazier and kind of gloomy parts on this album, but it's not gonna be suitable for all the black metal heads out there. And less so with people who are even less accustomed to listening to this kind of extreme metal. Because it's raw, it's violent, it's harsh, it's brutal, and at the same time it's kind of a weak with the sound. But all these different elements, in my opinion, build up the wonderful, unique atmosphere that this album alone has. And for me, it's one of the best, not the best, but one of the better Norwegian black metal albums of all time. It's not something that I would like to listen to every day or every week, but whenever I come back with this, it may take a few years every now and then. I'm like, yes, this is very, very good. So I hope that with this review, at least some few people will take a look at this. Now, obviously, because of being over-released and all that stuff, you probably won't find this on streaming service. Honestly, I haven't even checked out, but you will find this at least on YouTube, and probably, hopefully, I'm still prototyping this idea. You will get to hear the music on the background already. If not, well, then I just technically failed, which is kind of likely to happen. Anyway, go check out Vokter and Folkloric Necro Metal. I hope you enjoy it. Looking forward for your comments and feedback related to this video, and in case the music just happens to play on the background as it's supposed to be, well, looking forward for your opinion about that as well. Meanwhile, take care and enjoy your day.